AI is playing a role in how someone can establish where's the best fit, where's the best alignment, what's the most of the good, the least of the bad. And then how do you represent that? How do you communicate all that?
Yeah. So for clarity purposes for the audience, when you say environment, you're talking about Wirehouse, RIA, independent, like the ecosystem that you're operating in.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. There's also this other dynamic where we're seeing advisors who say, I want to be in Florida 6 months out of the year, right? But still do what I do. Well,
right.
Technology is making that more and more real, right? So there's the supervisory environment, wirehouse, independent, bank channel, insurance, RIA, et cetera. But there's also, physical environment in terms of, where do you want to build this thing and where do you want to operate out of? That's becoming more nimble, more fluid as well. When we start to talk about exiting, we have a lot of advisors who say, hey, what is my business worth? Right? They want to know, how do I value the business? And I always come back to the same phrase. I tell them, your business is worth exactly what you can get somebody else to pay for it. That's the only thing that's true in that space. So ask yourself, if you're the advisor on the other side of the transaction, what would you pay up for? And just start writing those things down. What would you pay up for if you were buying another advisory business? And start writing those things down. And that becomes your to-do list in terms of exiting. Right? And it's all the things that you and I and Chris and other good people in our space have preached for years, right? Higher client quality, more process driven, connecting clients to not just the advisor, other people on the team, consistent brand messaging, fee worthiness, all. Read the advisor playbook. I can see it right there on the desk. It's always there. Read the Blue Square Method, right? Those are the go-to manuals for building value for an advisory business. And I just love that statement that says, hey, your business is worth what you can get somebody else to pay for it. So just start making that list and you will land at the right answers.
Well, and the framework, and you covered a lot of ground there. So first of all, the framework for helping somebody see what it's worth and not focus on what it costs to acquire is like anything. You stage your business based on the parameters of that TOP acronym. Be at the top of your game because your business is tidy, optimized, and proprietary. That's where people start to realize and come to their own conclusions. This is not a book of business. This is a business, and this is why it is more valuable than some of the other businesses I've seen. It's tidy, completely clean, optimized, fully optimized with measurable KPIs, and proprietary. Everything's documented as a knowledge for profit professional. But I want to come back to something else that you said around environment. I mean, for some advisors, a wirehouse is the ideal environment. For some other advisors, they need to be more independent, entrepreneurial. We help people come to their own conclusions. What's in your best interest? What's in your client's best interest? But the beauty is, with technology,